Well, many of you have heard of Tesla, the electric car company, but how many of you know about Joby? Joby Aviation is basically like an electric flying car, but it looks more like a electric flying helicopter, and it's kind of modeled after that. But the amazing thing about Joby is that it could possibly be the next flying Tesla. And you know, there are a lot of eVTOL companies out there right now, and I'm not going to mention them all or list them, but here's what's special about Joby. Joby has a first mover advantage, okay? They were one of the very first eVTOL companies to get on the scene. They have so many flight hours logged in with their aircraft. It's proven capability. There are a lot of eVTOL manufacturers out there right now, but here's the thing. Joby is top notch, okay? Joby is top notch, and it's something that I personally have invested in. There is my disclosure right there. I own shares of Joby Aviation, and here is why. Right now, you know, they have a working product. While the product is not available to the mass market yet, it's working. They have proven their capabilities, okay? The US government, the Air Force, has also seen its capabilities and utilized some of Joby Aviation's aircraft. So this is proven technology. This is not something that is a concept design or on paper. It's not a bunch of, you know, spoken words and hot air. This is something that has been done, and this will be coming to mass market soon. But here's what's interesting. Joby has decided to take a certain approach when it comes to their eVTOL. Unlike other eVTOLs, they have decided to maintain their goods, okay? They're not just gonna sell them to anybody. What they're doing is they are going off of something like the subscription model. So they have recurring revenue coming in and coming in. And how are they doing that, you may be wondering? Well, you've all heard of Uber, right? Okay, so Joby bought Uber Elevate, which was brilliant. Okay, brilliant, because Uber in itself is already a name brand. Everybody knows what an Uber is. Everybody knows that they need to catch an Uber when they want to get to the airport and they don't have a friend or somebody to take them or pick them up, right? Well, here's the thing. In highly congested areas like New York City, you know, Los Angeles, Chicago, wherever, just anywhere and everywhere where, you know, Orlando even, you know, you have all these big cities that are very congested. And what Joby is doing is they are going to be using the Uber Elevate, meaning instead of hailing, you know, a taxi, you're gonna hail an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle. You're gonna get a Joby, okay? And I think that that's awesome. It's brilliant, and it's coming soon. It is. You know, a lot of people think that this is like Jetson stuff and that's super far off, but it's not. It's not. I'm telling you, they have big backers. Okay, another reason why I'm invested in Joby right now is they have big backers. They have, you know, Daddy Warbucks behind them, basically, because you have Toyota that knows how to produce cars. I mean, their production capabilities are through the roof. So Joby is with Toyota as far as, you know, investing. Toyota invested heavily into Joby. Joby is already like $1 billion company, multi-billion. So Joby is doing big things with big partners, okay? They should have no trouble whatsoever in producing the amount of aircraft that they need to get this done, to create an air taxi flying service, you know, straight out of the Jetsons kind of a thing. Joby is going to get it done. Now, there are many other eVTOL manufacturers, okay? I'll just throw out a couple names. You have Archer, right? You have Lilium, you know, those are just a couple. You have Whisk. There's several of them out there, but this is why I think Joby is gonna be big. Because like I mentioned, They have a first mover advantage. They have a lot of flight time logged. They have a real flying craft. All the other people, you know, they just have prototypes. They're a little farther behind on development. Joby's got that first mover advantage, right? Kind of like Tesla. Joby is vertically integrated, okay? They make all their stuff. They've have for a long time. Not to mention, their production capability is going to be explosive because they have Toyota to help them out with building out their production and making things happen rather quickly. So, I mean, those things alone are enough to make one want to invest in this groundbreaking eVTOL manufacturer. But there's more, okay? The big bucks, right? We're talking big bucks. So institutional backers. So the institutional people have been buying Joby, okay? And I think the last I checked, it was probably well over 30, 40, like 30, 40%, maybe like 38%, I think, institutional ownership. I could be wrong. I will double check that. But they have a big institutional ownership. That is showing confidence by people that have a lot of money that they think this company is going to be successful and they're expecting a good return on their investment. These people have done their work, okay? So if you're the average investor and you're thinking to yourself, man, you know, I don't know how to research companies. I don't know how to read financials. I just don't know how to pick stocks. Look at where the big money's going, okay? And a lot of big money is going behind Joby. So they've done their research. They've done it for you. Takes a big load off your shoulders when someone else has already done the work. So as far as I'm concerned, they've done the research. Joby seems like a good viable investment. Is it still risky? Yeah, it could take them longer to you know, be certified and get out there and start their air taxi business, but it could come on time. We don't know. Another thing that's really important when you're thinking about investing is in these new innovative companies, do they have enough cash on their balance sheet to fiscally make it? I mean, there are so many companies that start, they give all these promises, and then they end up either diluting their shareholders to where the stock price just completely plummets and people lose a lot of money, or they go completely bankrupt. I mean, take a look at Astra. Look what happened to them. Yeesh. But not to be picking any bones there, but the main thing is that Joby's cash balance sheet it's beautiful. I mean, their cash runway, they're not going out of business anytime soon. Let me tell you what, they have enough cash on their balance sheet to make it to where, you know, basically they're up and running. And if they don't, I can almost guarantee one of their big backers like Toyota or Bally Gifford or somebody is gonna give them the extra little nugget that they need to keep on pressing forward to bring forth this product to fruition. And not all of the eVTOL companies can say that. There are some, while though promising, their balance sheet isn't as sparkling and shiny as Joby's. So that makes Joby a big contender to be successful when it comes to delivering what they are promising to people. And last but not least, let's not forget how important vertical integration is. When you see amazing companies like Apple and Tesla, a lot of their product is vertically integrated. I'm not saying every single little bolt and nugget, but you know, the majority of what they assemble is vertically integrated and built in-house. So Joby is on that path. Joby is vertically integrated. They will basically be churning out these vehicles for their own investment because, right, it's a subscription-based service with their Uber Elevate platform. And, you know, I really like what I'm seeing. It reminds me a lot of Tesla in the beginning. And as far as the vertical integration goes, it's gonna be huge, because not all of the eVTOL manufacturers are vertically integrated. And I understand the reasons why some, like Lilium, are not vertically integrated, because they're more focused on getting the product together and getting it out. Because if they were to vertically integrate what they're trying to do, the amount of capital that they would need and the amount of time, they just don't have it. So for companies like Lilium that are not fully vertically integrated, I see their point. But Joby has the backing for this, okay? And that makes Joby an excellent contender to be something like the next Tesla here in the United States. And with all that said, let me know if you are invested in Joby as well like me. Be sure to leave a good comment. Let me know what you think about Joby. Are you invested in any other eVTOL stocks? I will let you know firsthand that I'm invested in several companies, and Joby is, obviously one of my favorites. So I would love to hear from you. You can also catch me on Twitter/X under the handle name stocktrekgirl. And I will definitely be putting out more videos on eVTOLs, especially because within the next few years, they're gonna be hitting, reality. So more eVTOL videos to come, more videos on space companies like Rocket Lab, and be sure to hit the like button if you like hearing about Joby, Lilium, Rocket Lab, all these aerospace and eVTOL companies. And be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video when I put one out. And until next time, as always, invest long and prosper.